Perfect. All right, well, we're going to get started. We got the Jumpstart Your Life, 4 keys to the Power Mom Guilt Crusher system. And I'm sure if your screen sharing is paused. Hang on a second. What in the world? There we go.
Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Here we are. We're here. We're super excited. And I'm going to start out today with this morning with a story. And part of this comes from our book, the Crush Mom Guilt book that we recently published. And as I relay this story, I want you to know anything that you resonate with. All right, so here it goes. Beep, beep, beep. Your alarm clock crows. The day begins. You stumble to the bathroom. Reflection tells the tale. Tired, puffy red eyes. You pee and brush your teeth, wondering how you're going to make it through your day. Coffee. You head downstairs and hit the beloved red button on your coffee pot. Drip, drip, drip. Ah, the smell of dark roast aroma. You click on your phone and mindlessly begin scrolling through Facebook. 5 minutes pass, the dripping stops. Your head snaps up as your focus returns to the real world. You grab your favorite coffee mug, which reads "Best Mom Ever," and pour the fragrant black liquid into the cup. As you watch the steam rise, the aroma drifts into your nose. Ah, you pour your sugar and cream in, you stir, take your first sip, and a sweet taste of explosion hits your mouth. Bang! The savored moment is gone in a flash because it's time to get the kids moving. Morning craziness, wake kids, dress kids, feed kids, make lunch for the kids, grab a sip of now lukewarm coffee, 2 sips if you're lucky. It's your turn. You shower and get ready. You yell to the kids, hurry, get into the car, accompanied by daily reminders of grab your lunch, your cleats, and don't forget your homework. You speed off in the car, drop your kids off at school in the nick of time, and head to work. You sip on your now cold cup of coffee, and the craziness of the morning sinks into your body. You sigh. The day has just begun and you already feel overwhelmed and drained. You daydream about the moment you can put the kids to bed and veg out on the couch. Okay, so how many of you can relate to some of this, if not all of it, right? You give to everyone else, but never to yourself. And you've lost yourself in the midst of mom life. You're living life feeling exhausted, unmotivated, you just lack time and you suffer from mom guilt. And it's okay if you're nodding your head right now and if it all sounds familiar. But what if we told you your life does not have to be lived that way any longer?
So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story and then we'll head into the training here. But for me, where Power Mom originated is I was heading home for corporate job. I was working in an office, and I remember getting in the car. It was freezing cold. It was February here in Colorado, and I slid into the seat of my car and I was exhausted and I didn't want to go home. I stopped the car, I put it in park, and I had a complete and total meltdown. I remember screaming at the top of my lungs, slammed my hands on the steering wheel, because the truth was the thought of walking in the door to being the job of mom felt daunting. I loved my kids, loved my wife, but the person I didn't love was me. I felt disgusted with myself. I put everyone else before me and I put myself on the back burner. I was unmotivated. I was tired. I had lost all confidence in myself and all my self-love. And at that time, my mind had raced back to something I was recently reading, and it was, do you want to be average? Because average is just like everybody else. And here I was living an average life, where at that time I'd say sub-average life. And I knew that there was another level that I wanted to reach. And so, do you remember this?
I do.
I pressed I came home, I pulled back on the road. And at that moment, I remember promising myself there had to be a better way. There had to be a happier way, a healthier way, a more energetic way to live. And when I walked in the door, I think Trina thought I was crazy. But we decided to look for a program for moms. And at that time, 8 years ago, you look for a program for moms specifically, and there was nothing out there. And so what Trina and I did is we took a lot of what we knew, being former athletes, massage therapists, educated, and we decided to create Power Mom. And it was a lot of self-development, self-love, working on our relationship. And then we knew that, look, if we were going through this, so was every other mom out there. Right now, we've gone from feeling exhausted to energetic, unmotivated to strong and confident, and having that mom guilt that we all live with, to loving myself and being able to rid that mom guilt through this guilt crusher system. We truly believe that everyone deserves the right to be better, to be a better mom, a better partner, a better friend, a better leader, you name it.
So can you relate to this saying? She believed she could, but she put the kids to bed and then she was too tired. I know I have felt this way for sure. It's worthy of a chuckle. But let's talk about you. We know you struggle with, motivation, exhaustion, making time for yourself, and that mom guilt creeps around into your life sometimes, doesn't it? And, life is full of kid stuff. It's stressful. You have work, you have piled up laundry, dirty dishes, and it seems just enough to keep your kids alive, doesn't it? And if you can relate to some or all of this, put a high five in the chat or, in Facebook, just let us know that you're hearing this, that this is like, yes, I understand some of this, because, our kids can be demanding little buggers, and it isn't always easy to make them happy and meet our own needs too. And you're in high demand, and people around you demand a lot of you. And it's no wonder that you haven't found time for yourself. Like, we understand that. So don't get me wrong. We know you love your kids and that they're a true blessing. We all get that. But there's this part of you that, is looking for more. And, there's a time where you look in the mirror and you don't feel the way you used to, and it pains you. And you have a story in your mind that this must be the way life is as a mom. And, it can be hurtful. It can make you cry. It makes you hide. And a lot of times we pretend that things are in a better place than we are. And it isn't as happy for you as it could be, is it? And this is how you've been living your life for a long time. The days keep piling up, they're turning into years, and life just keeps passing you by. Well, today is the day you are going to change all of this. And we're going to show you how to go from that exhausted person to somebody who's living energetically, unmotivated to confident, lacking time to creating time, and you will love yourself again.
And much like our friend and one of our clients, Suzanne, she went from feeling this way. She was nervous and scared and tried so many different things out there until she realized, oh my gosh, this is something different. This is something for moms. This is something that I can really, sink my teeth into and live this way every day. And if you're scared right now, or you have feelings of fear because you've tried so many different things and nothing's working, let us know in the comments. Like, what have you done? Why are you scared? Is it scared to be successful? Is it scared of failure? Like, what are you nervous of right now? Let us know so we can just continue to, make sure that we're talking about the right things for you. And we're going to get started with this now. You've been here with us for a few minutes. Are you guys ready to go? Because we're going to share with you our new Power Mom Guilt Crusher method and the how, the secret sauce, the daily practice. And with the daily practice, we are going to help you gain energy, confidence, and love who you are. And the key is all without that mom guilt that we live with all the time. Look, this whole movement is about becoming a better version of yourself, because there is nothing out there like this for moms. And Trina and I are on a mission to empower and inspire the greatness that's already inside of you. So the Power Mom daily practice incorporates 4 power components. Number 1, building you, clarifying exactly where you are today and where it is you want to go. And we help you discover that, because a lot of us don't know where it is we want to go. We've lost sight of dreaming. Number 2 is fueling you. Learn how to keep nutrition simple without counting points or calories. Okay, I'm going to get deep into this in just a few minutes. Training you how to become fit and embody those real results that you're looking for without spending hours in the gym. And then extending you, which is definitely our favorite part of this, is evaluating where you are today within your personal relationships and developing a plan to strengthen and grow those relationships with those who are closest to you. The Power Mom Daily Practice is a tried and proven system. It's sustainable, it's long-term, and the power components you can use for the rest of your life. So I want you to be clear. This is not some disappointing short-term quick fix solution. It's not keto. It's not Weight Watchers. It's not Jenny Craig. It's not working with a personal trainer or some weird app that's out there that promises you the world. So stick with us as we give you these tools, because you'll walk away today feeling in a much better spot than you are potentially right now.
So the first power component is building you. And I love this. And I want you to consider this awesome quote. People do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. As we head into the building you, raise your hand if you brush your teeth every day, at night, and then in the morning, at night, right? We do it twice a day, right? And why do we do this? Because we know it's good for our teeth. It helps keep them healthy, keeps our gums healthy. And do you really love brushing your teeth 2 times a day? Well, maybe, but a lot of times we do it because it's a good habit, and we know that it's something that we need to be doing, and it's a part of our routine. And there are habits within the daily practice and within the four power components that need to become part of your daily routine. So when something becomes part of your daily routine, it becomes automatic, and you'll automatically get results. So the daily practice conditions your mind to focus on simple daily steps that lead you to daily successes, weekly successes, monthly successes, and more. And that is the way you're going to be able to guarantee your future. So the way to change your outer world is first to change your inner world. So whatever results you are getting, whether they're good or bad, positive or negative, results reflect in the world. Right now, I'll take you through an accelerated learning technique that creates powerful change. I love this. I do it every single morning, and it's called using daily declarations. Now, a daily declaration is a positive statement you can make emphatically out loud, and the key is going to be involvement. All right. So this comes from the saying, what you hear, you forget, what you see, you remember, but what you do, you understand. So right now, you can put your hand on your heart. You want to feel this, really, really feel it. Put your hand on your heart, and you can say out loud something as simple as, I am filled with energy of health and vitality. I am full of confidence in my abilities. I love, respect, and believe in myself. And now you can put your finger to your head and say, I am a powerful mom. And if you do this every single morning, if you add looking in the mirror, it even makes that more intense. And if you do this every single morning, I promise you, the energy that you start your day with is going to click and be so much more powerful throughout your entire day.
Love it.
So let's talk about what we like to call your 2.0 version. And this is the person that you want to become. Now, our friend Maureen had this to say about her 2.0 version. And she says, so I've been working and focused hard on mode 2.0. Mindset is the biggest challenge. The last few weeks, I feel like I have exploded. The bomb went off. I am making me better. So there are 2 qualities, attention and intention, that lead to your 2.0 version. So the daily practice is going to give you the attention, what it is you need to focus on, and a plan. So creating your 2.0 version sets that intention, again, your vision of who you want to become. So to help you with this, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Sarah and her experience. I love this story. So one bright, hot, sunny day, Sarah decided it was a perfect day to go to the beach. She wanted to bask in the sun's warmth and smell the fresh, salty air. So she grabbed her always handy red cooler and filled it with, sandwich and snack and her favorite sparkling water. She put on her beloved bathing suit, a matching sun hat, and sunscreen. She walked to the garage, scooped up her beach bag, and piled everything into the back of her yellow Jeep. As she jumped into the front seat and started the Jeep, Sarah suddenly realized, I don't know what beach I want to go to. Did she want to stay local or go to a beach that's further away? Should she head north, south, east, or west? Which road should she take? Did she want to take the scenic route or the more direct and quicker route? She wasn't sure. So she knew her starting point was home, but she needed to figure out which beach she wanted to go to. And if Sarah never figured out which beach she wanted to go to, guess what? Without knowing where she wanted to go, if she didn't have a plan, no matter how much driving she did, guess what? At the end of the day, Sarah ain't going to the beach. So how does Sarah's story relate to you? All right, so to create your 2.0 version, you need to know where you are going. So here you are at point A. Where's this point B for you? Where is it that you want to do? Where you want to go? And with the daily practice, you will have a plan on how to get to your 2.0 version. And I love this quote. Nothing gives a person inner wholeness and peace like a distinct understanding of where they are going. Now, we don't have the time to cover the entire training on how to get to your 2.0, but here are 3 questions I want to leave you with that you can ask yourself to get started, to get these juices flowing, and really just have fun with this, all right? So what will you do with a bunch of energy? What is something you really like to have if you had a lot of energy in your life? How will you spend your personal time? Take that time. How would you spend that? And then how will you feel inside? If you have time, if you have energy, how would that make you feel? Well, where you work hard during the day, then have the energy afterwards to go to the park, go for a walk, or play ball with your kids? Will you journal and meditate, pray or read, or something around that? And then will you have more confidence and walk with your shoulders back and your head held high because you feel good about yourself? How would it feel to love yourself again and live without that mom guilt, knowing that you're giving yourself that time and that energy? So I'll end the building you power component with this. Part of moving towards your 2.0 version is the importance of who you surround yourself with. And that makes a big difference. So if you were surrounded by moms who are also working towards similar goals and outcomes as you, don't you think it would be much easier to feel supported and motivated and be focused?
So I'm going to go into component number 2, which is fueling you. And I want you to picture this, okay? You started another diet and you mentioned that to your partner, your kids, your friends, only to be met with rolling of the eyes and questions such as, does this mean that we have to change what we are eating too? And why are you doing another restrictive diet thingy? Does this mean we won't be doing wine Wednesdays anymore? Oh, come on, you can cheat just this one time. But Mom, does this mean we can't have pizza Fridays? And how much more money are you going to waste? I mean, come on, does this sound familiar or what? And at first you do really well sticking with your new diet thingy. But then as temptations, negative comments, and negative thoughts start happening, you lose motivation, your cravings take over, your cheat meals start happening every day. Guilt sets in, and because the results you're expecting haven't happened as quickly as you'd like, you give up once again. And we understand this, and we're going to change this for you as we head into the fueling you. So just a while ago, we saw our friend Jean, and she was like, oh my goodness, I watched your video in Power Mom Nation on water, and I cannot believe how much energy I have. And I responded to her. I was like, yeah, I'm so glad it's helping you. You're not alone, because most people have no idea how powerful water can be. This simple molecular compound, H2O, it's going to aid in weight loss, increased energy, improved mood, reduced cravings, prevent constipation, which comes along with its own challenges, and reduce headaches. Did you know that over 70% of your body is made up of water? So how much water should you be drinking, and how do you get it all in? So a good rule of thumb, and to ensure you're drinking enough water, and what we coach is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, then you need to be drinking 75 ounces of water every day. You're 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water every single day. And so many moms ask us like, Tara and Trina, how do I possibly get this much water in every single day? So I'm going to give you a few things to do. So, right, This is where, if you're listening to this today and you're with us, take these things away and don't just listen, but start implementing, okay, some of the stuff that we're talking about right now, and you're going to see some immediate results. 4 simple ways to get some more water in is, it's right here, right? Both of us. Find a water bottle that you love drinking out of and sip out of it consistently throughout the day. Number 2, drink 8 ounces of water the second you wake up in the morning. Before you check your phone, before you go to the bathroom, like literally sit up and drink 8 ounces of water. Start to replace some of those sugary sports drinks or sugary sodas with sparkling water. And then number 4 is drink water in between sipping on your coffee or your wine. So nutrition. Nutrition. We are going to keep this so simple for you because simplicity creates clarity, which creates action. Guys, food is so powerful and should be used as fuel. I recently received a message from Tammy, who was one of our VIP moms, and she's like, "Hey, Tara, I need help with my nutrition and I get so confused about what I should or should not be eating. Can you help?" And frankly, as we get this question all the time, because up till now, you've been told, cut calories, eat low fat, don't eat carbs, stay away from cheese, eat meat, don't eat meat. It's all rather confusing, isn't it? We teach you to fuel up on what we call green light foods, fruits, veggies, good fats, proteins. I'll give you some examples here in a minute. Slow down on those yellow light foods, the ones that are low fat, refined, and processed foods. And stop, right? Stop at the red lights. Foods that are low on the nutritional scale, deep fried, high in sugar, artificial. And I mean, look, we all run a red light every once in a while, right? So I'm not saying 100% of the time, but I really want you to work on stopping those red light foods. So here's what's important to grasp is that not all calories are created equal. So you think about 1 cup of grapes is 60 calories, 3 Oreos is 160 calories. A Power Mom loaded salad will keep you full, is about 300 calories, where a burger and fries is going to run you 700 calories and you're going to feel empty and exhausted. And there's a huge difference. And listen, you may have tried counting calories or points in the past to lose weight. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that is one of the worst strategies. You can't live your life that way. There's no way for the rest of your life that you're going to start logging points and calories just to eat. Because if you remember what I said, food is fuel and your body doesn't treat all calories the same way. So I'm encouraging you to stop the counting, stop the points, and start eating high quality calories from foods that are rich in nutrients. They're going to fill you up quickly and keep you full for a long time. They also release hormones into your body that tell your body to burn the fat. On the other hand, that diet that's filled with processed foods, added sugars, refined grains, that's going to make you overeat. It's going to prompt your body to store fat. Okay. So some high quality foods, black beans, avocados, figs, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, pears, kidney beans, nectarines, carrots, apples, apricots, oats, flax seeds, fish, eggs, berries, bananas. Speaking of berries and bananas, you may be staying away from fruit because you've heard someone maybe out there is like, fruit makes you fat. I'm going to tell you something a little different right now. Bananas and other fruits do not make you fat. Often fruits get lumped into the sugar category. And there's a very distinct difference between a Snickers bar, guys, and an apple. Okay. There's a laundry list of healthful benefits to loading up on fruit. So I'm giving you the permission slip right now to go stock up on fruit. One more thought. It's important to fuel your body at regular intervals. Okay. You want your body to have food, fuel to burn calories. And if you aren't eating the right foods consistently, your body is going to go into panic mode and it's going to begin to store fat instead of burning fat, which is exactly what we do not want. So we're talking breakfast, morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and dinner. And that sounds like a ton of food. But that is the point, to eat enough food throughout the day that you're satisfied consistently and you're not standing in front of the pantry, chowing down a bag of chips while deciding what to eat. Okay? So if you have questions or you're like, yes, you just rambled off a ton of different things and I don't even know where to start, I have no idea what to cook, drop us a comment in Facebook or here on the Zoom, or send us a PM and we'll get you some different recipes and guides on what to eat throughout the day so you feel satisfied but not full and you're not reaching for the gross stuff. Okay, so as I head out of the Fueling You, I'm going to leave you with this. Food is fuel. So go for the green lights.
You know, sometimes life, it throws us a curveball like it did back in October of 2004. Wow, this month. And I was sitting in a large, cool room, conference room, and it was surrounded by windows. I remember that. And I turned to see a reflection of a 30-year-old girl that I didn't recognize. And I remember a pang of disgust entered my mind, and I hated what I saw and what I felt. And I remember thinking, how can this be me? And why is this happening to me? Why is life taking life away from me? Because staring back at me were these dull, lifeless, scared eyes. And my body, I was slumped forward and I was exhausted. And I remember a ray of light was actually beaming off my bald head. And I remember my boss walked in and said, "Hey, Trina, how did it go?" And I was pulled away from my thoughts. And I remember the lump in my throat grew as I tried to hold back tears. And I replied, "He's recommending I do 2 more rounds of chemo." And as those words flowed from my lips, so too did my tears. And I remember with my hands covering my face, I broke down and I cried a really deep, agonizing cry. You know, that day, we all have these moments. And that day, that moment is when I decided to take charge of my life. Because at the time, while I worked at a health and wellness company, let's just say while I worked there, I did not live the lifestyle that they promoted. And I knew I needed to make some changes. So I started to learn and apply the healthy living principles that they taught. And I'm happy to say that I have gone from hating how I looked and felt to loving who I am inside and out. From scared to motivated and confident. From exhausted, like an exhaustion I can't describe, to strong and confident and energetic. And now I make time for myself and I make sure I take care of myself and I do it guilt-free. And I live life with clarity, purpose, and passion. And much of what Tara just taught you is what I learned. And that's why we are sharing that with you. And it took us like 15 years to put it all together and learn it all. And you can start doing it today. This is when you get to change that. And as we head out of the Fueling You power component and into the Training You section, I'll leave you with this. The first step is knowing what to do. The second step is making a plan for how you're going to implement the changes. Change isn't easy, but if you make a plan, you can. And number 3, and the most important step, is that you consistently work that plan. So consistently work it, because consistent implementation over time is going to equal those big results.
All right, you guys, you ready for a shock? As if Trina's story wasn't a big enough one. Here's another one. Longer workouts don't deliver better results. The first 30 minutes of exercise are as effective at fat burning workouts that are 2 times as long. Okay. When you do a focused 30-minute training session, you're going to get the results that you want. All it takes is a consistent time. Takes consistency, a set of 5 to 15 pound dumbbells, a small workout area, and most importantly, a great attitude, because you can work out anywhere. Your room, your office, your basement, outside, or even in the garage. The key is doing intense, full body workouts that work out every major muscle group while incorporating weight training and cardio. Because with your busy, crazy mom life, when should you work out? Well, we highly suggest that you work out in the morning, because how many times have you caught yourself saying, I'll do it later, or tonight, or after work? And well, it never gets done. And then you tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, and so on. The best time to get your training session in is in the morning. But if that's like an absolute no can do, I want you to schedule it when you can be 100% consistent, where you know that you can be consistent with that time. We know all moms have different schedules, right? The thing is scheduling this in to where you know you can be consistent 30 minutes 4 times a week. I know you can do that. And if you say right now, I don't have 30 minutes 4 days a week, Trina and I are always going to be the ones to tell you, yes, you do. And you're making an excuse. Okay. Tell me right now, if you're with us in the chat, what's your favorite type of workout, or what's holding you back from working out? You don't know what to do. You think you don't have enough time. It's too hot. It's too cold. Let us know where you're at with your workouts right now. Or if you love working out, what are you doing? Running, swimming, yoga, weights, chasing your kids around? Let us know in the chat. I want to know what you're doing to get results. Do something that you love and do it consistently. Okay. And within Power Mom VIP, we have the Power Mom 24 workouts that we do every single day. So here's a saying, guys, that I want you to remember forever. Okay. It works for training you, and it works for every other power component of the daily practice. If you could see the screen and you're not driving, take a screenshot of this and write this down. Motivation plus action equals motivation. Like, you may love inspirational quotes, books, stories, music, but all those things in and of themselves do not actually motivate you. They may inspire you, but until you take action, nothing happens. When you're motivated and then you take action, you'll feel more motivated, and then you'll keep taking action. This equation builds on itself and it creates more momentum. So if you're feeling motivated, go do something. That's the action. And after you've done the something, you're going to feel more motivated. And that cycle just continues. And here's a few ways to ensure consistency and success. Okay, join forces with a friend, your partner, a group of like-minded moms. Write down how you feel after each workout. Track your success. And this is one of my favorites, is make your goals more about times, distances, dumbbell weights, reps, and not about how you look. Okay. So check this out. You can find this full post in Power Mom Nation from Cheryl back in 2020, but she said, I want to shed some light on the power of consistency. This is from someone who could barely do modified push-ups, jumping squats, not even in sight, sit-ups, barely able to do 5 crunches. This works. This builds you. This gives you confidence. Consistency is key. You got this. So the last thing we're going to be covering today is power component number 4, which is extending you.
So your life is a journey of learning to love yourself first, and then extending that love to others in every encounter. You know, the last 3 power components, the building you, the fueling you, and the training you, they all support this 4th power component of extending you. As you grow and you gain confidence within these areas, you're going to fall in love with yourself. And you're naturally going to extend that love out into the world, improving the quality of your life as well as others. So let's talk more about extending yourself. You know, the best gift you can give to anyone is the gift of your presence. The best gift you can give anyone is the gift of your presence. Because 1 hour of time spent fully present with loved ones goes way further than 5 hours where your focus and your energy is focused on what's going on, your to-do list, your social, whatever it is that you have in front of you. So spend that time, very direct time, being present. Because when you are fully present with your kids, your partner, and you give them your focus and your energy, it's going to deepen your bond of love and connection between you and creates the vibrant relationships that you want. So I'm going to give you 4 ideas on how you can build deeper connection together. And as I do, I want you to pick one of these to focus on first. You can do it for over the next 30 days, and then pick another one and work on that as well that you can do over the next few months. So the first one is have a weekly fun family game night. You can take turns on who picks the game out and just spend that time creating that bond of laughter and good times. Number 2, do weekly planning together. This is something Tara and I do, and it makes a really big difference. So if you set a consistent date and time, so for us, it's Sundays. We always do this, where the whole family gets together and we go over each other's calendars for the week. This will open up opportunities for communication and let everyone know that they and their schedules are really important. Number 3, once a month, schedule time to have one-on-one date nights with each of your kids. Now, make sure you do something your kids love and give them 100% of your attention. So put those phones away, maybe take them out if you want to take a picture, but really give your attention to your kids. And then number 4, once a quarter, set up a time to do goal setting as a family. So with your partner, with each kid, and this positive habit opens up communication and allows you to know what's important to each person within the family. So we'd like to hear from you. Which of one of these 4 would you want to choose from first? I know I have a couple of my favorites. So if you have your own idea, feel free to share that as well, because we'd love to learn from everybody else what they're doing to build bonds with their relationships. And be sure to have really fun with this and be present within those moments. So let me ask you this fun question. Have you been hugged today? Now, this might seem like a silly question, but the benefits of hugging can be nearly as beneficial as the benefits of every other healthy habit, like exercise and meditation and others. Family therapist Virginia Satir once said, we need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. And we need 12 hugs a day for growth. So while that sounds like a lot of hugs, but according to science, that's what we should get and receive. And we need to give as many hugs as we possibly can. And as Tara like say, even if that means giving yourself a hug, that's a good way to make sure you're getting that. And here's why. When we give and receive hugs, our brains actually produce oxytocin. And oxytocin is they actually call it the love hormone. It makes us feel really good. And I'm not going to dive into all the benefits of oxytocin in this training, but hugging is a way to lower your stress and your feelings of fear, boost your immune health, lower blood pressure. It supports your heart health, decreases depression, increases your happiness, and it can also give you feelings of empathy, bond, trust, and fondness. So as we close out of this last section of extending you, I want to share with you an aha moment that Monica experienced while working the daily practice method. Holy cow, working this program has made everything click. This whole process makes complete sense. I've wanted weight loss and sisterhood, but today I found that this is so much more. This is about personal growth and not feeling guilty for putting my happiness first. Feeling like a brick has lifted off of my shoulders. My confidence is growing. Things are clearer and I can't get rid of the smile. I had no idea that this is possible.
So to recap, whether you've tried and failed everything, guys, tried and failed some things, or you're really ready to level up your life and make that lasting change, the daily practice everything we just touched on, that is the secret that will get you to your 2.0 version. Look, we are the only ones who teach this. And do you see how powerful it is? Like, I don't understand why everyone is not doing this. It incorporates all of the components that you need to reach your 2.0 version. Okay. I'm going to recap everything. I'm going to recap it all right now. You should take notes if you're not driving. Okay. Building you. Here's my question to you. And I want you to write this down and write this answer down if you know what it is. Like, literally write it on a piece of paper, or feel free to put it in the chat right now. Do you have the structure, the habits, the routines that you need to get to the beach? If you listen to Sarah earlier, she didn't know which way was up. Do you need that to achieve your 2.0 version? Do you have that? Are you crystal clear? Do you feel like you're dialed in with this? Let us know, or write it down. Fueling you. Do you feel like a powerhouse with how you fuel your body? Can you answer on a scale of 1 to 10, or yes or no? You answer this because this is going to help you understand what it is you need to work on moving forward. So whether it's with us or your own, but this is going to help you, right? Do you know what it is that you need to do? Do you know those next steps? Training you. Do you have your workouts, the right equipment, specific routine? Are you motivated and currently taking action? Really answer this question. Think about it and write it down. And then with extending you, every day, are you having real conversations and connecting with those you love? Are you up to 8 or even 12 hugs a day? Every time I ask that, I just feel like I just want to give somebody a hug, right? I think I just dropped a hug in the chat for you guys in Facebook. Speaking of, I'm just going to check our chat right here. Oh, look, we're getting hugs. Great. Awesome.
Love it.
Thank you. You probably just messed up my screen. There we go. So one of the most common questions, guys, that we get all the time is like, Tara and Trina, can you help me with all of this? And guys, the answer is yes, because this is so simple. If you have a path, and it seems chaotic and crazy if you don't. So I'm not going to take a long time today. I know that your time is precious, and thank you all for being here. In just a minute, I'm going to give you a special invitation to chat and see if this is the right thing for you. But if you're going to try and implement this today, like if you're going to get off of this precious call and you're going to go do something, I'm suggesting that you only implement one thing that you go try to do on your own. Okay. If you want to implement with Trina and I and get all 4 of these things going quickly in the next couple of months, I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how it sticks and it's fast. Okay. Wouldn't it be amazing if soon you felt confident, you held your head up high, you can keep up with your kids, you could be a better leader, a better wife, a better lover, a better friend. If you looked in the mirror and you felt so amazing about yourself, right? If you felt from going crappy to happy, because it's inside of every one of us, and it's just pulling out that grace is the key. So what would the next couple of months look like if you wanted to work with us and get those quick, rapid results? It's what we call our Power Mom VIP program. And within Power Mom VIP, you can expect to receive all the tools, all the support you need to create strength and confidence in yourself. And doing so, feeling empowered and not loaded down with mom guilt. Okay. Lose the weight, be proud when you look in the mirror, love yourself, Fuel your body so you feel great and don't have to count the points or calories. Have a personal plan in place that's consistent. As what Trina talked about earlier, is as consistent as brushing your teeth. Be fully present with your kids, your partner, and build those deeper connections. Most things out there focus on one thing, whether it's just the nutrition or just your mindset or just a personal trainer who counts for you as you do your reps. Okay, you get my point? What we have done is we've put it all together in your very own roadmap. The blueprint you need to get you from where you are today to your 2.0 version using the daily practice. We have our Power Mom VIP Training Center, your very own membership site, both on desktop and mobile, houses all your missions, your mindset training, tons more, your nutrition protocol, everything we talked about earlier, all wrapped up into the how to and the what. All of the workouts are done for you already. All you need to do is flip them on and do them. How easy is that? We call it the Power Mom 24 workouts. Power Mom Fuel to get you healthy and to get you the results fast. And each level that you reach earns you a badge, a gift, and graduates you to the next level. And with each step, you'll be challenged and you're going to start raising yourself to new standards, which is so much fun. We have a private Power Mom Facebook group, Power Mom VIP, for members only. And inside there, that's where you'll get to meet other moms who are just like you, who are just like Maureen and just like Cheryl and just like all the other people that you saw here in Power Mom VIP. And it's a place to build friendships. And that is probably our favorite part, is seeing our Power Mom VIPs start to build friendships across the country, because we're all striving for that same thing. We have our coaching zone, which is a series of weekly trainings done in the Facebook group and live on Zoom. And that's going to just continue to enhance your personal experience and growth. And each week you track your results. Okay. Track your results and find those areas of opportunities within you through the weekly stats. Guys, this is priceless, because we really want to understand exactly where you're at, all the obstacles you're facing, and help coach you through those. And oh, by the way, all of this is lifetime access. Okay. So it's not some weird membership that just closes after a couple of weeks because maybe something slowed down. So what do we do? How does it work? How do we get going right away? And how do we dive deep and get crystal clear on where you are today? So we coach you into setting up your weekly game plan. And this is one of my favorites. This common result from Rachel is the me time is the biggest factor. I feel like during that time, I'm experiencing personal growth and learning life lessons. I feel more confident in the past weeks, especially with my big aha moment. I threw away my old clothes and started to make a whole new wardrobe. I feel more empowered and confident. What if this was you? Wouldn't it be amazing to feel confidence, to hold your head up high, to keep up with your kids, to be that better leader, wife, lover, friend, mom, to look in the mirror and just feel awesome and not have the guilt associated with taking time for yourself to feel awesome. Okay. This right here is just worth all of the investment alone. So you get all of this. And as I mentioned, it's a lifetime access. And what I want to do right now is, if you've been with us and you've taken 50 minutes out of your morning, that's because this is so important to you. I want you to either stay on with us right now or to book a coaching call just to see if this is for you, or how we can answer more questions for you, how we can lay out the path and the plan specific to you. And whether or not you decide to join VIP, that's neither here nor there. We want to give you the blueprint and the plan, things you can start doing immediately to impact your life. And the only thing we'd ask is if you do want to talk to us, and if you're, I want you to be serious. I want you to make sure that you're really ready for lasting change, that you're done with all the ups and downs. So I'm going to give you the booking link here in a second, but look, all of this stuff, right? That you get, Power Mom Fuel, the access, the coaching, the accountability, which I think is one of the best parts, and then the community, which to me is the best part. So right now, go ahead and grab the first available spot that's there. 30 minutes uninterrupted time just for you. powermom.co/call. If you're not driving, you've got your screen up. You can go there straight right now, drop it into your browser, www.powermom.co/call. I'd say book the first spot and or stay on with us right now, because we're going to hang out live for a little bit this morning.
All right, so super excited to have the calls. And as we wind this down in the next couple of minutes, now I want to go back to you. What about you? What is your story going to be? Because there are two options for you. You can take everything you've learned, and I would encourage you to just do one thing at a time. Tara already mentioned that. Do one thing. Or you can move fast with us and our team with our proven system and join us in Power Mom VIP. We don't let you go back to doing what you've always been doing, the fad diets, the quick fixes, the programs that promise you the world with very little work. That's not true. So in Power Mom VIP, you'll create a life and a love yourself again that becomes part of the success story that you've always wanted to have, and you have the opportunity to create that. So within Power Mom, every day you're going to wake up, you're going to be committed to take that right action, right? The motivation plus action equals motivation. And you're just going to turn that into part of your life every day. So from this point, you'll move forward with routine, a plan that gives you certainty, clarity, accountability, a connection to other moms. I mean, that community is so fantastic, and a culture that supports you, it develops you, challenges you, and raises your standards as well. And as we close, I want to share this with you. Earlier this year, I was sitting at my desk. I was intensely focused on work, and my son Tristan walked in, or our son Tristan walked in, and he touched my shoulder, and he asked me to take him on a bike ride. I'll tell you, in that moment, I was tempted to say no and ask him for a rain check. But in my heart, looked at his little face, and I knew in my heart that if I said no, that rain check wouldn't happen. So instead of saying no, I said yes. I left my work, and we had an amazing ride together. And the results, our memories of that day, because I said yes, will last a lifetime for both of us. We had such an amazing time. You know, I acted because I knew in my heart it was the right time, the right thing to do. And I've learned that those action takers are the ones that reap the benefits and the rewards from saying yes. So now it is you who has a choice. You can either take a rain check that may or may not ever happen, or you get to act and call and book that call right now. So go to powermom.co/call and book your call. We cannot wait to meet you, to talk with you, and help build you out for your life. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you inside your call. And we're going to stay on here for a few minutes and answer any questions you might have. But we look forward to chatting with you guys soon.
Yeah, if you are on Facebook, which I see a lot of you are there, I dropped the Zoom link. We're going to hang on Zoom for a little while. So if you are there and you want to join us on Zoom, great. If you are on Zoom and you want to hang out,